19. Your mother ate my dog, the podcast. Probably shouldn't mess with my camera. Oh, here we go.
We know how that goes.
Serious man. That's what we are. Two serious men.
Extremely.
We went from a straight story to a story about Judaism.
Mm-hmm. The natural progression of that.
I like what you're doing with your facial hair.
Yep. Sometimes you just look in the mirror and the beard, it just looks at you the wrong way. Has to go.
So you shaved the sides off and kept the goatee, or you
No.
shaved.
I shaved it all the same length. It just grows much more fuller right in these areas. So it looks like I grew a goatee, but I did not.
Okay, so you shaved everything like kind of stubbly, and then it
Yep.
grew.
Yep. And it just grows thicker right here. That's all.
Understood.
I did not style it this way.
I accept it.
Thank you. You good over there?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're good. Hey, do you know the capital of Ethiopia?
Oh,
Two zero one two.
capital of Ethiopia. I don't think I do.
Well, that's going to really negatively affect the question here.
Abu Dhabi.
The category is alliteration on the map. So it's alliteration. I don't know if that helps. I don't know. I haven't looked at the answer yet. I don't know the answer. Ethiopia. Name a city in Ethiopia.
I genuinely have no idea.
Addis Ababa.
Okay.
You watched the big game this weekend?
No.
Do you know who is playing?
Yes, I know who is playing. And I really, really wanted the Kansas City Chiefs to lose. And
Right.
that is what happened.
Yeah.
So all is well. I
Yeah,
was not
also.
I was not watching the game whatsoever. And then I was like, I should check on the score. And when I checked, it was halftime, and I think the Eagles were up 20, either 21 or 24 nothing by then, something like that. And then I caught the score one more time. It was like 40-7 or something like that. And that's when I knew it was over.
Didn't watch it.
Yeah, I was quite happy.
Okay. Do you have any Valentine's Day plans?
Kids and I are going to dinner tomorrow, as just to avoid the whole Valentine's night, you know,
But tomorrow,
craziness.
tomorrow is Valentine's Day.
Tomorrow is not Valentine's Day.
Well, when this is recorded, it will be Valentine's Day
When it's
tomorrow.
uploaded, you mean?
When it's uploaded, yeah. Okay, you're right. We are literally recording.
Yeah, we're recording right now. But yes, when this is uploaded, it will be Valentine's Day tomorrow. Don't forget, all you people out there.
So tonight you're going out for dinner.
Yep, I'll be going out to dinner tonight to a place
You go
called The Block.
tap a.
Block
Oh,
something.
I was gonna guess.
Well, you
The
guessed wrong.
is it like BLOC, like the French
No,
version?
I think it's just spelt like you would expect.
The Block, the Australian television series.
No.
It's a kitchen and bar in Victoria. Never heard of it.
Y-
Yates Street,
Yep.
538 Yates Street. So
Yep.
must be new.
I guess relatively. I hadn't heard of it either. I honestly just, what did I do to get to that restaurant? I searched Indonesian food and I got
Hmm.
one hit, which was not this place because this place does not serve Indonesian food.
Is Asian, but
Yeah. And then I can't remember what else I searched, but I just searched something and then that place showed up. And I looked at the menu. It looked pretty tasty. So that's where we're going.
um, a year ago they had their 1 year anniversary.
Hmm. So yes, relatively new. I
Yeah,
don't
two
know.
years old. Sure.
We don't really go out to like restaurants to eat all that often. And when we do, we tend to like go to the ones we know we like.
Yeah.
So this is a big gamble for us. Who knows? But I've heard good things.
Okay. I had the exact same conversation today about this. Um, not a cat, because it's a milestone birthday coming up for one of us next month, and so I'm like, I want to take you out for dinner. Where should we go for dinner? Like a nice fancy meal. We kind of picked one that we would have been to a lot, knew we liked,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, no, let's branch out. Let's find something else. So it's my job, I guess.
You haven't found anything yet. What kind of food do you guys normally like?
Tapa Bar was the restaurant that the fancy restaurant that we would have picked. So it's kind of like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Tap. We like a lot of stuff. Maybe not as Asian as you guys, but we do love a good sushi. Different Asian, I assume.
Yes. Well, our favorite restaurant. Well, at least it used to be both our favorites, and then I think Mackenzie has come to not like it as much as she used to. But Senzushi, that's where we used to always go.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, place is good. But yeah, I mean, it's honestly been a while since we've gone out to any restaurant.
Yeah, we like the fat casual. Like today we got burritos from Bar Burrito.
Bar Burrito. Never heard of that.
Good. Well, they have one in Colwood, but there's also one in Victoria somewhere. On Quadra Street.
Okay.
Oh, it's you know where the Tim Hortons is by like Reynolds School?
Yeah.
It's in there.
I see. I know Mucho Burrito.
No, I lied to you. It's in Saanich Center by the Thrifties.
Okay, that's where my brother works, at the Thrifties.
At Bar Burrito?
No, at the Thrifties. I have been to Mucho Burrito a few times. I even got Chipotle the one time because it's here now. We have a Chipotle. And now is Bar Burrito like the same thing? You go in and you kind of say, oh, I want barbacoa and then white rice or brown rice. Is it like that kind of thing?
I mean, you definitely can pick what you want. Yeah. But it's more of like an ordering. You order.
You order the thing.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
It's not like a buffet. It's not like a subway situation. So your brother following your footsteps, going to grocery business?
Yeah. That's right. He's in Thrifties. I think he's the dairy manager or something.
Yeah, sounds about right. He just graduated 2024. Is that right?
No, he's 21 now. Or is he turning 21?
Oh, he's 21 now.
Let me think. I have to think about this. He's 12 years younger than me. So I think he's turning 21.
Okay. No, is he? Do you go to school? Is he in school?
Yeah, he's at Camosun right now. He sort of had. He started at UVic, and he really wasn't enjoying that. I think he didn't like the lack of sort of one-to-one that you can get. And so he's at Camosun. He's saying he's liking a lot more smaller classes and a bit more resources if you need help and that sort of thing. So.
Yeah, it should be illegal to make us pay so much money for school at such a young age and not really know what we want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I changed what I wanted to do at UVic like 3 times. It's tough to know, like, right, especially if you have a family, say, that sort of insists you go to school right after you're done high school. It's tough to know what you want to do.
You felt pressured to go to school?
Yeah, I mean, I knew I wanted to go, and lots of people, they take 6 months off or whatever they do, and then they go back to school. But no, it was sort of suggested that I go straight there, and so that's what I did. Sorry, just one moment.
Oh. 2 different types of water we're drinking.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever taken a drink of anything on the podcast. So there you go, folks.
Episode 119, A Serious Man. Okay. Extra. Read all about this Virginia city that's on the mouth of the James River, known for shipbuilding. It's another alliteration name. It's a Virginia city. It's 2 names, starts with an N. Both names start with an N. You might think, is this the name of their newspaper?
I no idea.
Newport News. Name of a city, apparently.
Interesting.
Next category. This one's for Sunday, February the 9th, Super Bowl Sunday, if you will. They use electricity. Answer. Amid extreme heat in 2018, Time magazine said these devices were saving lives while also serving as a big contributor to global warming.
What are air conditioners?
That's true. Do you have some sort of heat, or is it just baseboard in your place?
We have baseboard heat. And we also have like this little space heater that we use.
Right.
And we also have an air conditioner. That was the last year.
Right. But you're not using the air conditioner right now.
No, it's a little too cold for that.
-2, man. Imagine working outside. That's gotta suck.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. Today especially was quite cold.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of a wind too.
Yeah, that would suck, having to walk around.
The hands get a little cold.
Yeah.
And the ears, but then you warm up, and by, I don't know, 10:30, you're sweating. So
it's like when I go for a paddle around this time of year. You're freezing cold for, in my case, like for 5 minutes, and then you're definitely not cold anymore. Yeah, just like that.
That's you. That's also. Wait. No, never mind. A Serious Man.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Well, 13 minutes into the podcast. Gotta talk about the movie.
Yeah, you're right.
Coen's brother movie, A Serious Man, nominated for an Oscar, Best Picture.
Oh, was it?
Didn't win.
Okay. What did it lose to?
I looked this up earlier, and now I can't remember. 2010? I think it was something dumb. Like The Blind Side or something. Or Precious or...
Neither of those won Best Picture.
The Hurt Locker. Lost to The Hurt Locker.
Okay.
But I think this is the first year they had like 10 movies that were up for Best Picture.
Mm-hmm.
And many of them, a few of them I've never heard of before. So Hurt Locker won. It beat Avatar. Heard that?
I've heard of that one.
District 9 was nominated for Best Picture.
Really? That's a good movie.
Haven't seen it. A movie called An Education.
Mm-hmm.
An Education.
Mm-hmm.
It's a coming-of-age drama starring Carey Mulligan and Peter Sarsgaard.
Yep.
Have you heard of it?
Yep.
Inglourious Bastards. Precious, based on the novel Pushed by Sapphire.
Mm-hmm.
Meow. A Serious Man. Up. Up. And another movie called Up in the Air, starring George Clooney.
Oh, yes. I've heard all those.
This movie, A Serious Man, was nominated for 2 Oscars. 1 Best Picture and... Oh, it didn't win, but one of them won Best Picture and 2 Best Original Screenplay. Both losing to the Hurt Locker.
Well, what can you do? That is a pretty good movie.
Yeah, so I'm curious on your thoughts of this movie because I know these kind of movies can be a little hit or miss for old Jesse. So, what did you think of Serious Man?
These kind of movies, what do you mean by that?
Well, it's kind of in the middle here between like comedy drama, right?
Yes.
Um, we just watched a drama that you really liked,
Yes.
but this one is a little different, a little quirkier. It is Coen Brothers, which
Yes.
you don't hate, I guess, but like I don't know, it's a kind of it was funny. I laughed a few times,
Yep.
so I don't know if that was a negative for you or not.
No, it wasn't a negative for me. I thought it was quite funny in some parts. Very much a Coen Brothers film. Lots
Sure.
of their style was in this one for sure. Yeah. When did you watch this movie?
Monday.
Yeah, it was one of those movies. Well, nothing. There's no real ending. Well, there is an ending, but like it doesn't. It's not one of those neat and tidy endings.
Right.
It's certainly up for interpretation, which was a nice sort of change of pace, I guess. I liked that. The acting was very excellent, I thought. I did find myself looking up many different Hebrew words.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know what a lot of the things they were saying were, so I educated myself a little bit. But then I think there's just kind of a lot to interpret, such as the beginning sequence, the first 5 minutes or whatever.
The book. Yep.
Yeah, what that really has to do with the rest of the film and what the ending means. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's kind of a lot of stuff to think about there. I don't know. What'd you think?
You didn't answer the question. Do you like the movie or didn't like the movie?
Oh, yeah, I liked it. Yep.
Great.
I don't think I've
Okay.
seen a movie quite like this before.
That's great. What do you have for us next week?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I mean, um, this movie is interesting because Michael Stolberg, right? Not a leading guy.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Kind, who got second billing, but I mean, he wasn't really the second actor. Not a leading guy. Um, I really like the acting.
Yeah.
And just the humor, like the kind of the deadpan humor, especially the humor that wasn't really supposed to be like the character isn't trying to be funny, but is coming across funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like the wife, Cy Abelman.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I like the movies that are kind of one open to interpretation and two just kind of a little wacky.
Yeah.
A down on your luck guy. That's always a good time. The Neighbors.
Yep. Kooky neighbors.
Yeah.
I would say
Nudity.
yes, there was brief nudity. Yeah, I would notice that the characters they said out loud, "What's going on?" Like must have been 10 or 15 times. So I think that's kind of like exactly what we're seeing as the viewer, which is kind of like what is going on right now. I think and then I think that's kind of the point of the movie almost. It's like you're not really supposed to know. I mean, a big part of the movie is like questioning why God is doing this to me and what his intentions are.
Mm-hmm.
And no one really seems to know. And no one really seems to know what's going on in that sense or what's going on with their lives. And I think, yeah, we just aren't really supposed to know what's going on. That's the idea.
Um, have you ever seen um, any, or do you know who Tim Robinson is?
Tim Robinson?
Yeah.
Uh, maybe.
Have you ever heard of I Think You Should Leave? The
I've heard of
show.
it. I've heard of it. I haven't seen it though.
So there's a meme of him just being like, "What?
Hmm.
What do you mean?" Michael Stolberg did a great job of more than once just being like, "What?
Right.
Why is this happening to me?" Um, which yeah, it, I don't know. This is like a mix kind of between like a Napoleon Dynamite style movie with like his interactions with just like Richard Kind, like the brother,
Hmm.
and like his interaction with Clive in the classroom, and then like a more serious movie with all the, you know, Jewish stuff. So
Yeah.
it's hard to wrap your head around a movie like this. I think
Yeah.
a little bit.
That's kind of what I mean too. When it's like, it's not like a movie I've seen before. It's an interesting melding of those different things that are going on, which made it for an
Yeah.
interesting watch. And it was pretty funny. I thought it was really well written, very intelligently written,
Coen
and
Brothers.
yeah, and like we said, the acting was really good.
It did make me want to watch Burn After Reading again.
Hmm.
I didn't.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's just kind of got that thing going on that some movies have, and Coen Brothers maybe specifically, where humans aren't really acting how normal ones would to certain situations.
Mhm.
Um, but it makes for entertaining viewing. So the cat is going crazy over there.
No cats are even around here.
My,
They
my
say.
cat my cat Abel has taken to chasing his tail a lot lately.
Your cat's name is Abel. Hmm.
Yep.
That seems like a little uh, on the nose for
Yeah.
this episode.
Bible name. It's true.
Cy Abelman.
Yeah, that as well.
Just and like his whole story, the son calling him at it was like the lawyer's office, or I don't know, I can't remember, but calling him and be like F troop is fuzzy.
Hmm.
Man, this guy, I they did a really good job showing chaos and us and like really feeling it
Yeah.
um, for the poor main character.
Yeah, and like the whole time, I'm just wondering when he's gonna break. Like the pressure keeps building and building. When is he just gonna like explode? And doesn't really happen. I mean, he starts having dreams, nightmares, I guess,
Hmm.
and then we start to wonder like what's reality, what isn't. And I just think at some point he's gonna lose his shit, but I guess it doesn't really happen. Not quite to the extent I thought it was going to.
No, doesn't happen. Um, I mean, it might happen after the movie. You know, when he gets the phone call from the doctor,
Hmm.
that could be a catalyst. But of course, we don't see that. That's not a part of the movie. So,
Yeah, that's another thing for us to interpret, I suppose.
yeah.
I also really like the scene where the son is at his bat mitzvah and he's high as he could possibly be, basically. I
Hmm.
thought that was really funny.
A lot of Jefferson Airplane in this movie.
Yep, that as well. The rabbi quoting it. So that was
Hmm.
good. Can you go away, please? Thank you.
Yeah, we can end the podcast. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, not me. Hey, speaking of Bibles or
Mm-hmm.
uh, um, Torahs.
Uh-huh.
Um, the next category is me first. Me in quotation marks.
Okay.
Me first. According to Matthew 5:5, they shall inherit the earth. $200 question. Me in quotation marks. They shall inherit the earth, according to Matthew 5:5. I know this one without looking.
Yeah, of course. Everyone knows the answer to this.
The meek. The meek.
Yep. Starts with M-E, meek. Everyone knows that. I mean, I've read the Bible. Well, most of it anyway. And so, of course, I remember that.
Have you read the Bible?
Yeah. I had in university, I took a Bible as literature class. I read quite a
took
bit
a
of it.
religious studies course too, and that was a big waste of time. The Coen brothers' original idea for the movie was as a short film about Danny's stoned bar mitzvah and his meeting with Rabbi Marshak. All of the other content in the movie grew out of that sequence.
It did seem like it was kind of a standalone. And he even said, too, the Larry, is that his name? The main guy?
Yes, Larry.
He was saying, like, oh, it's a event of joy and happiness, and it was like the one time in the movie he was happy, and so it was kind of like the one separate event that was different from everything else that was going on with his life.
Proud of his son.
Yeah.
Danny.
His red-headed Jewish son.
There were a lot of good moments. It wasn't a boring, like I never felt bored watching it. It was good, entertaining all the way through, which is what you really like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the whole Cy Abelman stuff. You know, he's the other guy in his wife's life, and just wants to be friends. I respect you so much. He gets some tenure.
Yeah.
Dies.
Yeah, and he was an interesting character, and he also had like one of those faces that I swear I've seen him in something else, but I looked up everything he's done. I don't recognize him, so don't recognize the things he's done.
He's an actor for sure.
Yeah.
I think I guess I know him from Barry.
Mm-hmm.
He's done more. Was Hail Caesar a Coen Brothers movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. WandaVision.
That's the one.
Just like
That was the one thing on the list of stuff he's done that I have seen, at least season 1, but I didn't remember him in that. I don't know what he does in that.
Oh yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I guess he just has one of those faces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He did a movie called Cat Person. Maybe because he was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine for a bit. Yeah. Fred Melamed. Fred Melamed. Yeah. Good movie. The dude from I saw his name in the credits to start the movie, the opening credits. Simon Helberg. I'm like, oh, this is the guy from Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
And there he was in there briefly.
Junior Rabbi.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can find anything else fun. The tornado bearing down on the town at the climax is a factual event. There was a tornado outbreak in southern Minnesota in 1967.
Oh. I guess that's when this movie was set. I was trying to figure that out. I thought it was the 70s, but
did they not say?
I don't remember them saying. I mean, I guess if they're hinting that Grace Slick and the Jefferson Airplane song, I think that did come out in 69. So.
Somebody to Love. It came out in 67.
Oh, 67, okay.
But he wouldn't be listening to it maybe like right when it came out. So
Yeah.
I don't know. The first word of English is spoken around 8 minutes into the film. They um, they wanted a kind of a fable in the first scene,
Mm-hmm.
but they couldn't find an actual one that fit kind of what they were going for, so they wrote one themselves. So that was a made up.
I see.
I don't. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, sort of started things off in an interesting way. It got me, it hooked me in. I'll tell you that.
It gave me Inglorious Bastards vibes.
Yeah.
Because of the first scene, the milk scene.
Mm-hmm.
Also in different language, maybe. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about? A Serious Man?
I don't think so. I think I hit all the marks that I wanted to.
Okay. Well, I've stopped myself from saying anything that might be offensive. Trying to, yeah. I'm learning and I'm growing as a human being. Shabbat shalom. Okay. Acting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start with acting.
Okay.
I really like the acting. I was I wasn't surprised that the main guy, Stolberg, Michael Stolberg, who we've seen in a lot of stuff, never as a main guy. I wasn't surprised he didn't get a Best Actor nomination, but I thought he could have. He did a great job,
Mm-hmm.
especially for a movie that was nominated for an Oscar. Um, Richard Kind was wacky too. That we didn't even talk about his whole thing. Um, but he was great. Even like the kid acting was excellent throughout. Like this is a masterclass in acting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for acting.
That's very high from you.
It is, yeah. But think when I watch this movie, I'm like, this is gonna get a good score for me. So 9 out of 10.
Yeah. When I'm thinking about it, I can't really think of anyone's performance I didn't really like. I thought it was all very good, especially our leading man there. And yeah, you're right. The kid acting, which is always sort of a make or break sort of deal. I thought it was done quite well as well.
The women were good.
Yep. Yep. I think I would go, 8.5, just to be different.
Okay, well, how do you like the ending then?
Yeah, it's a tough ending to score. It's not when I thought the movie was going to end. It was like the movie ended, and I was kind of like, "Oh, all right, that's the ending." Trying to understand what it meant. The tornado's coming. I guess his news of what the X-rays are going to tell him is coming. I guess that's sort of like the connection there. I don't really know. It's pretty abrupt. I'd be curious to know if the Coen brothers ever talked about what the ending was supposed to mean. But nice change of pace anyway. I can't say I disliked it. Maybe a little unsatisfying in some ways. Maybe I give it like a 7.
Okay. I liked what they did because I forgot, because obviously he a, a theme throughout the movie was when he goes into his office, the secretary gives him like a stack of papers of who called, because it's the 60s, and he just keeps ignoring them. But then we know like his doctors, like he in the film, there's a scene where he gets an X-ray or some sort of, I can't remember if he actually gets an X-ray, but he's like some sort of scan.
Mm-hmm.
And then I totally forgot about it. His doctor keeps calling him, and then finally at the end of the movie, the doctor gets a hold of him, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. So that's great that they've distracted me enough where it all comes full circle, but I wasn't expecting that to happen. But with the like him getting the message from the doctor and then the tornado, I interpreted that as like this is an impending doom onto his life. So
Hmm.
it sounds bad for his health. Tornado coming to destroy other things. So I didn't hate it at all. Um, I thought it was a good ending. Give it an 8 out of 10. 8.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, and you can do the what do you think of the movie out of 10?
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. Um, Good runtime. Wasn't too long. Wasn't too short. Really great acting. A lot of funny moments. I learned some Hebrew words, what they mean. I really liked the teeth story. You know, like
Mm,
the letters looking great on the back of the guy's teeth. Um, and yeah, I just liked how it was up for interpretation to some extent, and it sort of made you think. So I can appreciate a movie that makes you think. So I'm gonna give this one. Oh, what do I want to give this? I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, when I picked the movie, well, it's been on my list for a little while. And the only reason why, because I keep changing, I have a I have an order, and I keep changing the order if I find something else or if it's the mood. But
Yeah.
you picked the movie last week, the Straight Stories. So I'm like, well, let's hit. It was the David Lynch movie, so let's hit you back with a Coen Brothers film, Serious Man. And I guess if you hadn't done that, we probably maybe would have never watched this movie because it doesn't like stand out on paper.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm glad we watched it. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. It's great movie for me.
Wowzers. 9
Liked
out of
it,
10.
liked it from start to finish. Good acting, great acting, good ending. Yeah, no complaints. Um, no complaints. It should have. I don't. I think I've seen The Hurt Locker, and I understand, I guess, why it won. But
Hmm.
this movie would have never won the Best Picture. But it's a good movie. A 9 out of 10.
Yeah, good movie. Nice pick. Two good movies in a row.
Um, two good movies. Yeah, because we did Eye of the Cat before, and that was not a good movie.
No.
Okay, well, that's a Serious Man. What do you have? Do you have anything for us
I do.
next week?
I do indeed. Well, it's going to be putting the ball into your court here because
Mm,
I have three movies in mind.
of course, yeah.
And I'm just in my mind, I'm going to assign one each number, and you're going to pick the number, and that's it's going to be. So you're going to pick 1, 2, or 3, and that's the movie I'm going to pick.
Do I get to know the movies, or are you just gonna keep them secret?
Secret.
Okay. Do you want me to go right now?
Yep.
Uh, okay. Well,
I'm
I'm gonna
also.
let fate decide.
Oh, okay.
If you're gonna make what?
I was going to hold up fingers to which one I thought you were going to pick, but since you're picking it by fate, then that won't work.
Oh, if I was picking, I would have picked two.
Oh, well, that's not what I would have thought you would have picked.
Google has a random number generator.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I like that. Okay, well, okay. Are you ready?
I'm
So
ready.
ignore this. Ignore the one.
Okay.
That was just me testing it.
Okay.
Generate. 5. Okay.
Hmm.
Clearly it's lost the.
Not an option.
Okay, we'll try it again. Generate. 3.
3. All right. Now I need to remember what the hell the third one was. Okay, I remember. Quite
Okay,
similar.
first of all, how did you sort the movies?
I didn't. I just randomly picked the numbers.
Okay.
Okay, this movie came onto my radar. Onto my radar.
Both.
Just yesterday. I hadn't heard of it until then.
Mm-hmm.
It has. This is, as you probably have noticed, this is how I pick a lot of my movies. Just kind of like, oh, a movie I've never heard of. Seems interesting. Let's pick that.
It has Halle Berry in it.
It doesn't, but
She's a
it
cat.
does have Billy Bob Thornton in it.
It's a pretty good guess by me.
Yeah, you're close in some ways. The movie we're watching is called, and forgive me for how similar in name it is to the movie we just watched. So we're going from A Serious Man to A Simple Plan.
I don't hate the rhyming. And I definitely haven't seen this movie. Simple Plan. Oh, 98. Oh, yeah. Okay. It might be on Prime. That's exciting.
That would be nice as a sort of. I've had to watch these movies in weird ways the last 2 weeks.
Bill Paxton, Billy Bob Thornton, Bridget Fonda.
Yes.
Let me just confirm that it is on Prime before 91% on Rotten Tomatoes, 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb, 83% loved the acting. Actually, I don't think it is on Prime.
Of course. Well, that's all right. We'll find a way. This is Sam Raimi film.
Oh.
Guy who made the Evil Dead movies and the first 3 Spider-Man movies.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not on Prime.
That's all right.
It's another neo-noir crime thriller film. If it's in black and white, that's basically just the man who wasn't there or whatever.
It's not in black and white as far as I know.
Um, what movie? A Serious Man was set in Minnesota, and this is set in Minnesota. 2
Whoa.
Minnesota films.
One of the movies I was going to pick was also very similar to the movie we just picked in a different way. But we'll put that one on the back burner.
Because it was Jewish, or it was the Coen Brothers film?
The first one.
Okay.
It's a movie. That was movie number 1. It's a movie that I've seen the poster for, I feel like, a million times, and I've heard of it for a long time, but I've just never watched it. We'll get around to that one eventually. So yes, A Serious Man, A Simple Plan. No, I'm not talking about the band. Don't you forget about me.
What?
That's Simple Minds. Just messing with you.
Simple. I was gonna ask if you think this is how they got their name.
Could be.
2 Academy Award nominations for this film. Best Supporting Actor for Billy Bob.
Yep.
And Best Adapted Screenplay. So it's very similar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Could be good. Could be good. 2 hours. 2 hours and 1 minute.
Yeah. A little bit longer than this one that we just watched, but not egregiously long.
Simple. A Serious Man, A Simple Plan. I'm going away this weekend.
Okay.
Which it doesn't affect us at all. I'm just letting you know. You didn't ask. But I don't have Monday off.
Really?
Family Day? Yeah, we don't get Family Day off as federal employees. Which I forgot about. Well, I'm making my plans. So
Hmm.
we're going to Pender Saturday, Sunday, come back Monday, and I'm gonna have to call in sick. So don't tell anybody.
I won't tell anyone. Hopefully, no one from your work listens to this. Um, what was I going to say? Something like that happened recently that you had to do the same thing, and it was like suspicious. You're like, they're gonna think I'm doing something.
Yeah. So the Christmas, the 25th, Christmas was on Wednesday, Boxing Day on Thursday, and then the 27th was on Friday,
Yeah,
and I needed to take the 27th off,
right.
and I was told by them to just call in sick because they
That's
weren't
it.
giving away personal days. Um, and then another suspicious thing I did was last month I took 2 days off to go to Vancouver, Thursday, Friday, but I was sick on Wednesday, so I called in sick on the Wednesday.
Right.
But I was actually very sick.
Yes.
Do a lot of suspicious things, but they
That's all right.
don't seem to.
It's a union. You're never gonna get fired.
Well, I don't know if you've heard, but Canada Post loses a lot of money.
Yeah, they sort of outed themselves a little with that whole strike thing.
Well, it's not over. We still don't have a contract. Um, May we could strike again.
Oh no! How am I gonna get my Domino's coupons?
Do you? Do you have? Do you get flyers?
Yes.
Nice. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I was gonna say something else and I can't remember. Um, go into. Oh yeah, I'm just going away for the weekend.
Yeah, you said that.
Um,
Pender.
coming coming back. There's no internet there, so I can't watch the movie.
Unless you went to the library and rented it and watched it on a portable DVD player.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I'll just watch it. Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going through. You love to talk about the mail, so here I am giving you mail stuff. Starting on Monday, we're starting a restructuring process.
Okay.
So they're going through every single. Well, they're eliminating all the routes and then building new routes. So
Why?
eventually, well, they do this because there's a lot of growth in Victoria, a lot of buildings being built. So when a building gets built, say like a big apartment building, there's like 120 units or whatever, and then that just gets added onto the one person's route. But then so they go from say like 500 to now they have 620.
Mm-hmm.
So then every few years they kind of even it out again so that
I
they're
see.
all kind of even. So they start the process by weighing mail, everybody's mail for 2 weeks every day,
Mm-hmm.
so that they kind of see how much stuff weighs on a certain area,
Yeah.
so then they can break it down evenly.
Interesting.
This won't affect you,
No, I'll still get my
because
mail.
you're not in your area where you live isn't in my area of delivery. You don't live in Saanich, so
I think I'm right, like literally on the border of Saanich and Victoria.
yeah, you get um, your mail is delivered by Victoria.
Hmm.
Yeah, cool.
Perfect.
Anything cool at your job or
Tomorrow's inventory. So we close the warehouse down for, most of the day to count everything.
on a
So,
Thursday?
yeah, I thought that an odd choice. Today was a crazy day, crazy busy day because people try to get in their orders the day before so they don't have to worry about it.
Right.
But yeah, It's always kind of a fun day. It's like a much easier day than all the others. And I do have Monday off because I'm built different.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Well, thanks for indulging. Oh, actually, I forgot. We still have 3 more questions.
Okay, let's do them because we're at the 50-minute mark.
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This one's also me first, M-E in quotation marks.
Okay.
A popular one online has women from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills on one side and a white feline named Smudge on the other. A popular one online has women from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills on one side and a white feline named Smudge on the other. Popular meme. It's a meme. M-E, meme.
Oh,
You've seen the meme. The cat on the one side and the women on the other side.
totally. I think I've seen it where the ladies like,
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
cat's just in a chair.
yeah.
Me first again. This one's another easy one. $1,000. It can precede girls, Joe Green, and Gene Okerlund. What is their nickname?
Mean.
Mean Girls, Mean Joe Green, Mean Gene Okerlund. That's correct. Last one, Roses. $400 Roses, which I guess makes sense because this is Valentine's Day coming up.
Yep.
The natural defense mechanisms of a rose are commonly called this T word, although they're technically prickles.
Thorns.
That's correct. Yep, thorns. Good job. Longest podcast of the year. Thank you so much for participating. The one thing I was going to tell you, which I will tell you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I won't because it's personal. So we're just going to end the podcast right now. Thank you so much. See you next week. Happy Valentine's Day.
Goodbye. I don't think I got my goodbye in there. That's okay.
I think so. So